All right, now to our other big story, the latest in the sentencing hearing of Elizabeth Holmes. Let's go to Yahoo Finance's Alexis Keenan live outside the courthouse in San Jose, California. Alexis, what are you hearing?
Hi, Rochelle. I've been in the courtroom now for 2 hours. That's when this hearing started for Elizabeth Holmes. And it is to determine whether or not she will be sentenced to prison, whether or not she will be imposed a fine and restitution for the investors that a jury found in January this year that she defrauded to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. So far, the attorneys for both sides, both for Holmes as well as the government's attorneys, they're arguing over the sentencing guidelines and which enhancements and which reductions should apply in the case of Holmes' sentence. The judge is considering a number of factors. I want to walk through some of them with you. So far, the attorneys have talked about Holmes' 3 acquittals, and those were to the patients that the government said she defrauded, but the jury said no. In fact, she only defrauded investors in this scheme for her blood testing company, Theranos, that's now defunct. Also, they're arguing about whether Holmes has accepted responsibility. U.S. Assistant Attorney John Bostic told the judge that Holmes still has not expressed remorse for her criminal conduct in the case. Of course, Holmes' attorneys contending that, saying that she has, in fact, accepted responsibility. Also talking about her role as a leader or organizer of Theranos, and also the number of victims who were defrauded in this scheme. These are all things, contentious issues that the attorneys disagree about, and they can all either enhance or reduce Holmes' sentence. So they're super important. Holmes is facing up to 20 years in prison. Also, she's facing, like I said, fines. The government here is asking for her to spend 15 years behind bars. Her probation officer has recommended a term of 9 years. Holmes' attorneys, for their part, say she should get 18 months house arrest.
How long could this potentially play out for if we don't get a verdict today? Is that a possibility? And when could we potentially get one?
Yeah, Shauna, so it won't be a verdict today. It will be a sentencing. But another conclusion to a big hearing here. So this could play out for more than just today. Certainly a lot of people thinking that maybe the judge will hand down the sentence today, but he could take it under consideration. The arguments could continue. I'm going to go back into the courtroom. If we do get a sentence from the judge, we'll bring it to you. But right now, I'm going to duck back in there and find out if there are more arguments to be had.
And so, Alexis, are we going to get any sort of resolution today? And how does the fact that she's currently pregnant play into this?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Rochelle. Elizabeth Holmes is pregnant with her second child, and that very well could play into if she does get a sentence, whether she has to report to custody right away or she'll get extra time in order to submit to custody. Certainly, the judge may consider that factor, allow her to go ahead and give birth so she can be there for her child. But look, I've also heard many defense attorneys say that a lot of people have children, and so that may not necessarily sway Judge Davila here.
We'll certainly be keeping track of it. Big thank you to Alexis Keenan following all the action for us.